Hey, now it's the Rob from 106.1 KISS FM here with my tag team partner in podcasting.
Hey, what's up? Eric Cornish with WKDQ, back after a long weekend, and thank you for joining us on the Enhancement Talent.
Yes, here on a Tuesday after Memorial Day, and there's a lot of stuff to talk about. I don't mind getting things started if you want.
Yeah, do it.
Well, okay, I had a guest in town this weekend. You got to meet him, one of our avid viewers.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jerry, for watching all our shows from up there in Pennsylvania. We certainly appreciate that.
That's right, from State College, Pennsylvania. And I wanted to bring up a quick story about Jerry because Jerry got into a Twitter war with a WWE television personality.
Really?
Yes, and now he is blocked from said personality.
Oh, boy. This is fun.
And all the tweets came down from him, too. So, okay, the one thing we decided to do was neither one of us had seen the new NXT pay-per-view, or the special, and we watched it this weekend. And everyone had been saying great things about it, especially the women's, the NXT women's match. I thought they were great. All the matches delivered, very happy with it. The one thing we really didn't like about it, maybe you agree, maybe you disagree, we both thought the commentary was terrible.
It wasn't great. Yeah, it wasn't great. I can agree with that.
I think that Corey Graves is okay. I think he's getting there. Mm-hmm. I think Byron Saxton is not getting there. He's not great, but he's also not awful.
Right.
And the Rich Brennan in the middle, I did think was awful. And Jerry thought was awful. Yeah. And I didn't even know he did this, but he tweeted at Rich Brennan saying something about how the only way the show would have been better is if an orangutan ripped out Rich Brennan, WWE's vocal cords. Okay? So later on that night or the next day, apparently Rich Brennan tweeted him back. And he said something snarky about, thanks, Jerry Valeri, how's life in Media Market 103? Which is giving Jerry way too much credit. He's in market like 260-something in State College.
Sure.
Which he was joking about too. But eventually he tweeted back, and then eventually the whole thing got deleted, and Jerry was blocked.
Wow.
It didn't get much crazier than those two insults. But so Jerry had a feud with Rich Brennan, the middle commentator on NXT.
You know, and is Rich Brennan friends with Chad Brock, former country star? That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know.
Maybe these two tag team match. You know, because Chad Brock, you know.
What if you don't agree with me? If you don't agree with me about the pay-per-view, I'm sorry, were you done there?
No, it's okay. I'm just wondering like where that comes from, and to be blocked. I mean, I guess he's not used to the criticism on social media yet.
WWE reads those tweets, you know, so sure. I'm assuming he might want to get that off before he probably got caught, I would think. If you disagree with me, now you said you agree he didn't do a great job.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of his.
First of all, I feel like their levels are too low during the show, which is not their fault. That's the production end of things. But listen to us, especially when Joe debuts, they add nothing to that excitement. They add, I mean, it's exciting because Joe's there, but they're adding nothing. No. And the few times that they say anything is not at the level that it needs to be, in my opinion. So if you're looking for one shining example of why the commentary failed on Wednesday.
I'll agree with you on that. And it's funny because I didn't really pick that out, but I know what you're saying because I remember thinking that too. It's like, hello? Are they just going to let him come down and people...
Right.
Yeah, you got to add that excitement.
And sometimes no words is best, and maybe they're being instructed to give no words, but when they did talk, it was just like, oh, there's Samoa Joe. And it was wrong to me. So that was my thoughts on that. I'm on Team Jerry on this one.
That's funny. Yeah, but Jerry, that's all right. You got some additional credit on
sure.
which market you're working in. But yeah, I'm seeing some kind of a tag match coming down here.
Oh, you and Jerry?
Hey, me and Jerry together against Chad Brock and Rich, who, you know, I'll go a step farther. I didn't even realize that was his name until you just told me.
I didn't know either.
So there we go.
That's my story from this weekend.
Awesome. That was cool. Let's talk about Raw. Since we are here on a Tuesday today, we actually get to talk about a little bit of what happened last night. Couple observations. One, it is quite obvious that the stock that they had put in Mr. Roman Reigns has slowly been pulled back. Yes, I agree.
I do, and I'll tell you why I think that. I even made the comment to my girlfriend when we were watching last night. They put Roman with Ambrose to give him a rub, to give Roman a rub from Ambrose.
I think so. Two, I think it is quite obvious that he may even be in line to, well, probably better his character and become a heel.
That will do him favors, I feel like.
And 3, I think we'll talk about this on Thursday, but I believe he will unintentionally cost Dean Ambrose this match coming up on Sunday.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I'm excited to see that. That would be super exciting for him because that would be beneficial for everybody.
I think so. And let's face it, we need more heels. Got a lot of mid-card heels, no heels stepping up on top, but Roman could, with one little switch, could be that guy. So,
hey, another thing we were talking about this weekend, Jerry and I, do you feel like R-Truth is a sore thumb in that chamber?
Yeah, absolutely.
I do too. We all do.
Absolutely. And, and I have no problem with R-Truth being that veteran guy that gets in a lot of those matches because he should be. He deserves it. The problem is he hasn't been used that way very often. They'll throw him in at WrestleMania, then he comes out and does a quick squash with Rusev, but yet he's still in that match. So if he's going to be in that level, use him in that level all the time.
Agreed.
Because, again, I'm not saying he doesn't belong there, because he does.
He's
a veteran who has been there for a long time. He could always be in the running. He's done main event matches. So use him that way all the time if he's going to be used that way. So, but I totally agree. I could see a guy like where's Bray Wyatt? Why is he not there?
I'm with you. I thought that New Day stole the show last night. Man, that the 10-on-3 tag, that was fantastic.
And here's the part that I don't like about, and Travis, who has been on the show before, mentioned something about that this morning and said, I love that tag match. I didn't like that tag match because it was so just typical of what they do, especially when you have multiple teams. The tag team division is better than it's ever been. Well,
right.
In the recent future. Or the recent past. But at the same time, why do you have to throw all the teams into one match? It's again, more painfully obvious when you go back and you watch some of those Attitude Era shows, as I've been talking about, that you didn't have to have every single person who was in a pay-per-view match interacting before the match. You could be involved in different angles and still get to the match as long as the match was being promoted correctly. And that's how I feel this one is. It's just like, why does every team have to come out and be involved in the spot? Just tell them. It sounds big, like that they're all going to be in that same match. And it would be bigger. It would be something to tune into, to see all these teams together in one match. But now we've seen them all together twice on Raw already.
I understand, and I'm not saying it was a great match or anything, but I thought it made the New Day, our buddies.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Look like big stars.
They're awesome. And let's see, one more thing that I was going to discuss. How about Rusev and Lana?
Glad you brought that up.
First of all, when they started the original segment with Rusev and Lana.
Okay, right after the R-Truth squash.
Right after the R-Truth squash, I started to think, what is happening here? Is this is where Rusev begins to go to where I've always said he's going to go, and that is into a gimmick that just he's going to be made look weak. He's going to be made to be a comedy type heel or even a babyface, and this foreign guy that's funny. Now, saying that, while the promo was way too long at the beginning with he and Lana, the way he finished it off later in the night with Ziggler was perfect. And I will say that they could have just left off that whole deal with he and Lana. And I think if he would have just said, Lana, get out here now, and, say, I will forgive you if you apologize, that could have been it.
Okay.
But instead, they went through the whole deal where he kind of all of a sudden looks human and is talking about relationships and all that stuff. But then later on, when he's got the accolade on Ziggler and he's saying, "Kiss him now, kiss him now." I thought that was great.
Yeah.
That was gold.
I think it's too soon still to write him off as a doomed failure.
No, and I don't think he is. I'm just saying they got desperately close to that line.
I'm with you.
And I wish it would have been shorter, but I did like the way they finished.
Even if he kamikazes and goes right down, just falls off the face of the wrestling planet, he still had a run that outlived your expectations, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll admit that. But I'd still be interested to see where Lana's going. I don't necessarily like her with Ziggler, because I think Ziggler kind of stands on his own. But hey, that's what they do with Ziggler. Just give him.
I gotta tell you, whatever they're doing is working for me, because when Lana hits the screen, I'm interested. So I am enjoying her with Ziggler right now, if you want me to be totally honest. And that she's in 3 segments or whatever it is on a Raw, perfect. It's fine with me. Stuff's happening. That's what matters.
Yeah.
So did we cover everything?
I think so. Everything that I wanted to cover, and and farewell to the Nassau Coliseum.
That's right, a historic venue.
Yeah, absolutely. WrestleMania 2 there, of course. Like they said last night, the concrete in the Corvette was there. So, and I kind of looked through a bunch of pay-per-views, and there weren't as many pay-per-views as I thought there, but there's been a lot of TVs and live events.
Well, and then also that was part of their original touring circuit, Because when you see the old house shows, it's either there's like 5 venues they'd go to, but there was the Spectrum, the Garden, there was the Boston Gardens, I mean there was the Nassau Coliseum and the Maple Leaf Arena. And,
that's right.
I mean there weren't all that many that they hit regularly,
right?
And that was one of them.
Yeah. So there you go. And I think that's it for today. If you've got any comments on anything that's going on, Rich, if you got anything to say for yourself.
Hey, and we'll hear you out, Rich, if you want to talk to us. Our email addresses are down here. You can Facebook us or do whatever you want to do. We're happy to talk to you.
Absolutely.
I'm not writing you off. I just wasn't happy with you on Wednesday personally.
Yeah, and baboons, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be baboons. Foxes.
Anything could rip those vocal cords out.
Anyway, have a great day. It's the Enhancement Talent.